The full Play It Today breakdown is in the description on theircheck.com. For Commando, the answer is pretty clean once you find the right product. Play the Capcom Arcade Stadium version if you want the arcade original, but know what you are signing up for. This is fast, direct arcade action, not a forgiving modern shooter campaign. Commando still makes sense today because it is instantly readable. You move upward. Enemies rush in. Bullets fill the screen. You react, dodge, shoot, and try to keep control for a few more seconds. That clarity is the appeal. There is almost no setup in the design itself. You do not need to study a skill tree, memorize a loadout, or care about narrative context. Commando gets to the point quickly, and that point still works if you like old arcade pressure, but it is also very easy to bounce off. This is a harsh arcade, run and gun built around repetition, an abrupt failure. It is not trying to be generous. It is not trying to pace you through a long modern campaign. It expects you to absorb enemy patterns, make fewer mistakes, and accept that a run can fall apart quickly. So the recommendation is, yes, but with caveats. Play Commando if you want a short, sharp arcade shooter and you are comfortable with score chasing, repeated attempts, and old school enemy pressure. Skip it if you want steady progression, forgiving checkpoints, or the comfort of a modern twin-stick shooter. There is also a useful alternate path. If the idea of Commando appeals to you, but the 1985 original feels too bare bones, Mercs, also known as Senjo no Okami 2, is worth considering as a later related entry. It is not a replacement for Commando, but it can be the better practical stop for players who want a more developed version of this arcade run and gun style. For legal access today, the best route is Capcom Arcade Stadium, Commando. That is the version to look for on modern storefronts. It is available as an add-on for Capcom Arcade Stadium, not just as a simple standalone product called Commando sitting by itself. That distinction matters because the name is easy to confuse with other Capcom games. Captain Commando is a different game. Bionic Commando is a different game. If you are looking for the 1985 arcade run and gun, you want Capcom Arcade Stadium, Commando. The practical recommendation is to buy the Commando add-on for the Capcom Arcade Stadium hub on the platform you already use. The individual add-on is the clean path if all you want is this game. A bundle can make sense if you already want more Capcom Arcade titles, but it is overkill if your only goal is Commando. That is why the Capcom Arcade Stadium release is the version to start with. It gives you the arcade game through a modern official route. It avoids the hardware hunt. It avoids the mess of legacy home ports. And at the collection level, Capcom Arcade Stadium adds modern conveniences like rewind speed adjustment, save and load, display options, and online leaderboards. Those features matter because Commando is punishing. Rewind and save options do not change what the game is, but they make it much easier to learn without turning the whole experience into a test of patience. The trade-off is the wrapper. You are dealing with a hub and add-on structure, not a completely frictionless single-game storefront experience. But that is still far cleaner than chasing old machines, old conversions, or collector routes that most players do not need. For a purist, the answer is still basically the same. Original arcade hardware may be the most authentic physical route, but it is not a useful recommendation for normal players. Capcom Arcade Stadium is the practical way to play the arcade original now. Before starting, make one adjustment. Do not treat Commando like a campaign shooter. Treat it like an arcade pressure test. The game is about staying alive under constant threat. Enemy density matters. Movement matters. Mistakes are punished quickly. You are not slowly building a character or unlocking a tool set. You are learning how to survive a hostile screen for longer than last time. That means a guide is not the main thing you need. You do not need a stage-by-stage route to begin. You need the right expectation. Short attempts, sharp failure, repeated improvement. If you use modern convenience features, use them to learn the rhythm, not to pretend the game is something else. Commando is simple on the surface, but the friction is real. So the clean verdict is this: Commando is recommended with caveats. Play Capcom Arcade Stadium. Commando if you want the original arcade shooter legally today. Skip it, or try Mercs instead if you want a broader and more forgiving run and gun experience.